In 2016, the government published a white paper that promised radical overhaul of the prison system. However, since then, progress has been poor in several key areas, with higher levels of violence, self-harm, increased drug taking, and worsening officer retention. The government now wants to spend more money on prisons, and this could be an opportunity to make progress if it's targeted effectively. We think that the spend should target 4 key areas. First, sentencing. Evidence shows that community sentences might be more effective on average and less expensive than short custodial sentences, which create instability and high churn in the prison population. The government should think about how to increase the use of community sentences. Secondly, the estate. There's high levels of overcrowding and a £900 million maintenance backlog. The government needs to address this, and as they're building new prisons, they also need to think about closing old ones that are fundamentally unfit for purpose, where population pressures allow. 3. Safety. Drug taking in prisons has been a big story in the news, and new research by Reform for this report shows that the number of prisoners who say they develop a problem with drugs in custody has more than doubled in the last 5 years. Prisons need to be resourced so that they can reduce supply, so they can then focus on reducing demand. Finally, the workforce. Prison officers are the agents of reform in prisons. It's these people that allow prisoners to focus on their offending behaviours so that they can return to their communities. They need to be given the skills and training to do their jobs properly, and it needs to be ensured that their pay is competitive. Focusing on these things might help to create stability in the prison system, but ultimately they won't go far enough. What the government needs to do is create a long-term strategy for how to manage the prison population in the future.